Hey guys, today I want to talk to you a little bit about hiring a lead generation agency and specifically what exactly you should expect from that experience and maybe some things you should look for as you're researching a lead generation agency. Obviously, here at Bill Rice Strategies, we're a lead generation agency, so maybe talking my book a little bit. But as an insider, I think it's helpful for you to kind of understand things that you should reasonably expect out of a lead generation agency. Let's hop into this relatively short list of sort of 4 areas that I want you to focus on as you start to investigate and have conversations and discussions with a lead generation agency that you're planning on hiring, or maybe you're already in a relationship. And these are some things that you probably should be able to push a little bit and set maybe some higher expectations out of that agency you already have. So what are we looking for? I think first and foremost, you want a really nice blend of domain expertise and marketing skill. Too often, agencies are constructed around a skill set, right? It's a PPC agency, it's a content agency, an SEO agency, an email marketing agency, maybe it's a full service agency. And that agency sort of prides itself on that skill set and being able to kind of take anything, any sort of marketing challenge, and be able to take that skill set quickly, and this is where things start to fall down often, quickly understand and learn the business, and then be able to sort of apply marketing tactics and strategies to that in order to get some success. So what often happens in that category is you're kind of paying for the agency to learn or to become an expert at your business, and then over time, as they gather some data, which will ultimately, of course, cost you money, right? Either in agency fees or advertising dollars. And then they're going to sort of align to kind of get that activity aligned with your business and tweak it such that ultimately, over time, especially if they're good at those skill sets, will come into alignment and will be effective for you. But what is that sort of opportunity cost in that sort of learning curve? By finding someone who has some domain expertise or a lead agency that specializes in your particular area, it could be B2B versus B2C, it could be very granular, like fintech versus some other category or vertical, right? So it is helpful that there's some categorization that they specialize in and from their domain expertise. And then what you get there is what I think you should normally go out to an agency for, is to dip into that marketplace and get skill sets that have already operated in your particular industry, vertical, category that you're trying to address. And hopefully they're bringing, and this is what I always think you should hire for, you're bringing that expertise into your organization. So what you have, of course, we expect them to have competent skill sets in the marketing strategies that they're running. So if it's a digital marketing agency or lead generation agency, obviously they should have those skill sets. They should have a diverse set of those skill sets so they can apply different types of campaigns. But they should also come with some strategies, some expertise, some ideas, maybe already running some similar campaigns that can be applied directly to what you're trying to do. And get jump started and immediately becoming effective. Now, the first thing that I'll probably hear in the comments, and this is a reasonable objection to bring up, is like, well, could I potentially hire an agency that's sort of competing with me in the sense that maybe they have a client like me? If they have so much experience, am I kind of competing against myself? The interesting thing is all of these different organizations will have their own characteristics. And most of the time, an agency can concentrate like we do on fintech in a category. And those fintechs could be anything from payments to mortgage to real estate to personal finance. There's all kinds of, but the actual targeting itself, potentially is different, right? The culture, the uniqueness, the unique value proposition of those organizations are so different that, again, you can get a head start with sort of the foundational type campaigns and know that you're going to immediately generate leads and you're going to be effective. But then over time, you can, what actually gets tweaked is your unique positioning inside of that marketplace to gobble up more and more market share and those sorts of things. So first and foremost, try to find an agency, a lead generation agency that is a blend of domain expertise as well as marketing skills. The second thing, really important, this is why you need to have discovery calls. This is why you need to talk to multiple agencies. Even if you talk to us, we want you to talk to other agencies like us. And that is, make sure you understand what you're going to get. And sometimes this can be a hard question for an agency to answer. Because if they're not, in particular, I think this happens a lot, if they're not domain experts, they know they're going to run some campaigns. They know they need probably a reasonable amount of spend. They probably know some tactics that they're going to use, strategies that they're going to use. And so they kind of know the activities that they are going to recommend and that they are comfortable with doing and running for you, but they won't necessarily know the outcome yet, right? Because again, they don't have domain expertise. They haven't necessarily marketed in this particular category or in this marketplace. So they don't know what the results are. And they certainly don't know it with the degree of confidence to tell you, I can get you leads, or it can get you X number of leads. Some agencies won't even guarantee that they can get you leads, much less sort of give you an indication of how many leads we think we can get you and what those leads are ultimately going to cost on a cost per lead basis. Somebody that's operating inside of your category should have a pretty good understanding of where that's going to land, because they're doing it or have done it many times. So that is kind of your first question. What am I going to get for the dollars that I give to you? Both the advertising dollars and the engagement fees. So if I hand over to you as an agency a marketing budget, what can I expect specifically to get out of that? And again, a little bit of a hint. If you're hiring a lead generation agency, that top level KPI should be leads. So they should be able to tell you with confidence what you can expect from leads. The next thing is to dig a little bit deeper and understand what they're doing. Now, this isn't an expectation that you understand all of the marketing, but they should be able to tell you in great detail exactly what they're doing. The types of campaigns they're running, the types of ad platforms that they're using, why they're using certain ad platforms, why they're using certain tactics, how they blend those things together, how they run campaigns, their process. They should be able to give you in as much detail as you have interest on exactly what they're doing to produce those results. And they should be able to tie, hey, these are the activities that you're paying for, and this is how they connect to delivering leads, how it directly impacts the number of leads that we can produce for you. And because of this process, this is what gives us a degree of confidence in telling you that we can generate leads for you and we can generate a certain number of leads. The fourth thing is and again, this is something that I see people get taken by over and over and over again. There are agencies in the market that do not understand, obviously, the word agency. So inherent in that word is that I, as an agency, am working as an agent of you. So what does that mean? That means that everything that I do, obviously I'm I'm contributing some expertise. That's my intellectual property. I'm kind of showing you how to do it. But once I show you and I give it to you and I operate it or I build something for you, all of that belongs to you, right? If I build a website for you, all of that belongs to you. If I host and design and develop, or even if I have a website platform that I offer that's kind of easy and quick to implement, maybe it's a templated site or something like that. Once I give that to you and you pay me for it, you should own it. If I'm running advertising for you, I should be running your advertising on your ad platforms. And if you don't have it, I should be setting up your ad platforms for you. And you should ultimately own the ad platform. Everything that goes into that ad platform, all the campaigns that I'm running, all the data that's in there, all the data that's on a dashboard that I provide for you, you. All of that becomes, as I start to run those campaigns, all of that data becomes your intellectual property, or it should. So make sure that you own what you're paying for. These, again, agencies should be operating as an agent of you, and these engagements should be work for hire, meaning that you ultimately are building an asset and gaining intellectual property that should increase the value of the organization that you're running. So when you're looking for a lead generation agency, again, think about these four things. A blend of domain expertise and marketing expertise, knowing and asking what you're getting. Hint, should be leads if you're hiring a lead generation agency. Number three, what are we doing? What is that agency doing? Ask detailed questions. Make sure that what they're doing logically ties to the result that you're expecting. Again, leads. They should be able to tell you how those two things connect, how activities produce leads. And then the last one, making sure that you actually own something and you're building an asset with your engagement. Hope that you enjoyed this. Again, as always, would appreciate you subscribing, liking, hitting that notification bell so you'll get more and more of this to make your B2B marketing that much better. And look forward to seeing you on the next video.